Welcome to Mondays with Love. Tristan will eventually learn to let me know when we're live. We'll try tomorrow. Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, let's try tomorrow. Yep.
Is it tomorrow our session with Scott?
Sure is.
Perfect. You might count us in then. I'll just give you a hand. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We're going live. Perfect. So anyway, welcome everyone. Here we are this morning, ready to get stuck into our day, ready to get stuck into our week. Last week of the second month of 2021. Who feels as though this year is completely different to last year? Yeah. Okay, we want to hope so. Okay? We want to hope so. But what is the major differences that we've got happening this year that are bringing greater levels of certainty about rather than last year? What's some examples? What are some things we've got?
Well, we're already aware of the consequences of what's happened.
Yep, so we kind of know how to deal with local clusters and all these type of things. What else is happening?
Market's changing every week, it feels like.
Yep, so here's a statistic. The average household post-pandemic, now remember, I don't like it when people say post-pandemic, we're still in it, right? But the average household, according to Scott Wilson from Wilson AI, has 23% more savings. 23% more savings. So when you think about it, think about all the things that we've done for the, all us Australians, and think about the way that they dealt with it. A lot of people have come out the other side with 23% more savings. Is unemployment increasing or decreasing? Decreasing. Exactly. And what's happening with our domestic economy? Is our domestic economy kind of in a recovery mode or a crumbling mode? Recovery. So think about how we all felt at the start of the pandemic versus how we all feel now. We've got so much to be grateful for, and so many great things are happening that depending on where you put your energy or focus is going to determine what 2021 looks like for you. You know, I was reading something on the weekend, and this particular lady was talking about how much money she had made, and she felt guilty because all she simply did, she had property before the pandemic, and now all the property's gone up. And she was just saying it's great, but it's an unfortunate thing because people wanting to get into the property market now, as opposed to pre-pandemic, they're paying a lot more money, aren't they? Yeah. So just stop and think about how lucky we all are, how you're approaching 2021, and are you focusing on the things that you can control, or are you letting the things that you can't control determine everything that you do? So let's get stuck in. Let's have a look who you're voted on, who you believe has the right mindset, is focusing on the right things, and living the values the most. Let's have a look at that. So Liam, what have we got here?
Here we are. So this is for standing out. So this person, which will remain nameless until the end of the paragraph, has mature focus with a realistic, positive, can-do approach, always happy to help, takes mastering her role seriously. So there's 50% chance of guessing who it is, and she's reliable. That's for Sarah.
On that, you know what I want to say? How phenomenal is it? Like every time I walk through that tea room, she's in there. No, but every time she's in there, all jokes aside, she's so studious and so focused with the stuff. Every single time I see her, does everyone else see that as well? Yes. Unbelievable. It makes me understand why I never took study serious at school. She makes it look so focused and difficult. Anyway, that's back to you.
Well done, Sarah.
Hello. Welcome. Nice to see you.
See you.
Purple thing.
Standing out. So this person gets the job done with a fantastic disposition, stretches themselves, going out of their way to learn and investigate how to get things done. And this one goes to Sienna. Well
Was that good? You dropped the mic. So well done to those two girls, and they're two new people on, so congratulations. So who's got some examples on how we fractured stereotypes last week? Does anyone have any examples amongst this team? You got something there?
We were thinking about who in our team was, and I'm just trying to think of other ideas. Have we got any ideas?
Anyone got any examples on how we fractured stereotypes last week? We're the agency that turns up to being completely different than everyone else and fractures stereotypes. Rebecca has something. Come on down, Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you.
And thank you for choosing love.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So this one is for Ash. She works in the property management department. On Saturday, she had a landlord who travelled down to Lake Macquarie to complete a vacate and was very connected with Ash. And Ash catered to them and came in on Saturday and attended the home. And it was her day off. Thank you, Ash.
Well done.
Thank you very much. Typically what would happen with something like that is that you'd organise someone else to attend to that vacate and get the job done, but not here at Love. That's an everyday occurrence. Does anyone else have any examples on how we fractured stereotypes last week?
Steve, what about that young guy that came and spoke to you and Brett? That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I can share that one. Thank you for thinking of that.
All right.
So I'll tell you factually exactly how it happened. So actually, the very first agent he came across was none other than Liam Cromedy. So what wasn't mentioned and what wasn't spoken about was the very first person who spoke to this client was Liam, and Liam, don't let his age fool you, at only 22 years of age, went through all the scenarios and attached to each scenario, had each outcome outlined, and showed this young man the strategies and how it affected him. And at that point, the young man had decided not to sell his home. He then got caught up in the frenzy, got caught up in the hype. He came in here about to sign the agency agreement, and not knowing that you had spoken to him, I also just went through the scenarios, which happened to be the same scenarios. And what this young man worked out, instead of paying capital gains tax, instead of paying brokerage fees, instead of paying solicitor fees, instead of paying everything else, we showed him how he can access $130,000 of his equity. And the sad thing is, he only wanted to get $30,000 of it anyway, and he was going to go down the track of selling. So congratulations, Liam, because he's now going to be in a much better situation because of it. So, does anyone else? So there you go. We're applauding throwing away $15,000. Does anyone else have an example on how we fractured stereotypes last week? Does anyone else have anything at all? Anyone else throw away money? Nope. Well, let's do contractor of the week. So the contractor of the week, based on everyone's voting and recognition, connected to providing a level of service that is very similar to the values that we display here at Love, is none other than Chad Penfold from Law Rep. So Chad Penfold, congratulations. We will have a hamper for you. It may already been sourced and pulled apart by the people that are here today, depending on how we feed and water and water them today. However, come on in, grab that hamper. Thank you for everything that you do, and to everyone who's in the room, thank you for choosing Love.